Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. I have been recovering from double jaw surgery. It has been a very long ride, but I think I finally am fully recovered, and I have a great idea for a video that I wanted to do for you guys. So I wanted to start a new series, and it's gonna be similar to the TBR series, but this time we're gonna do a type of vlog series. It's gonna be called Read It or Skip It. Basically, I am going to read books for you guys, but not only am I just gonna read books and review them for you guys, but I'm gonna read books that you guys want me to read. So each new video, I'm going to select the book that was most voted on or most commented on, and I'm gonna review it for you guys. And the first book that we're gonna be reading that is not part of this, it's not part yet of you guys requesting books because it is the first one. So we're just gonna read a book that it's been on my TBR, and I'm gonna review it for you guys, and I'm gonna tell you if it's worth the read or if you should skip buying it, skip reading it. But before I show you guys the book and before we get started, I wanted to ask you guys to comment down below which book you want me to read for the next video. In this first episode, we're gonna be reading The Ministry of Time. I actually started this book a couple of weeks ago, but I only read the first chapter, so we're gonna start again, and I'm gonna tell you guys all about it. We're gonna do a whole reading vlog. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna give you guys all the behind the scenes, my comments, my thoughts, spoiler free. At the end of this video, I am gonna do a spoiler section just for you guys that have read the book and want the spoiler section. So this is a time traveling story. It has the then and now perspective, and we have a main character, and then we have a secondary kind of main character. I'm gonna tell you guys about it in just a bit. So I'm basically a chapter in. I am on chapter 2 right now. And let me give you guys a bit of a backstory of this book. So right off the bat, we are introduced to the main character. The book is in first person, so we get the main character's point of view. So this is a woman who is part of a confidential project that is basically gathering expats. That is what they call them, but basically it's just people from different timelines. So they are bringing these people from different timelines to the current one. So for example, people from it could be a woman from the 1600s or a man from the 1800s. Basically, they are doing this to see if time travel is feasible for the human body and if it's not going to damage it in any way. I believe there's more to it than only that. So more to why they are doing this project, because it is a very big thing to do, right? Kind of taking people from their own timelines. So the main male character of this story is Gore. So Gore was a commander from the 1800s. So he was part of the Sir John Franklin's doomed 1845 expedition to the Arctic. They basically bring him because he was essentially going to die. The first chapter is the introduction to the story, so the introduction to the confidential project, the people that they bring from different timelines, and the first few months of Gore in this timeline living, cohabitating with his bridge. That is what they call the people that take care of the expats. So in this case, it's the woman that I told you guys about, the main character, so the female main character. So they are basically cohabitating until chapter 2, because in chapter 2 they get called to go into the ministry. So I'm really liking the writing style. I'm really liking the story. The only thing that I'm not liking is that I don't know the main female character's name. Well, not yet at least. But let's continue reading. don't know if you guys have tried the shark, but I've had this since last year. I got it for my birthday last year. So it's been a while. It's been a year and a half at this point, and it's still in perfect condition. I blow dry my hair with this every single day, and it just works perfectly. Also gives me so much volume for my hair because my hair is very straight. I was just gonna start reading, but my boyfriend asked for a favor because I have ChatGPT Plus or whatever it's called, and honestly it's the best thing ever. Like, I use it for so many things. I originally got it because I wanted to use it to create kind of like designs for my small business. If you don't know, I have a crochet small business, and right now I'm actually doing a whole rebrand. I've been working on it for a couple of weeks. I'm still gonna be working on it for a couple of weeks, but the point is that I always use ChatGPT, and honestly it's like the best thing ever. It's just so good. As you can tell, it's getting pretty late. There's no sunlight outside anymore. I have been sitting here doing the thumbnail for this video. Like, I have been doing that for the past hour. Like, for these type of things, I'm such a perfectionist that, like, if I don't feel good about the thumbnail, I cannot move on. It's actually kind of like a gift and a curse. But I had an idea. So for the next hour, I'm going to be setting a timer. I want to do 2 things at once, and I can't. And when I mean 2 things at once, I mean reading and crocheting. I can't do both at the same time. So what I was thinking is that I was going to put a timer. So I'm gonna put a timer. I'm gonna do 20 minutes. So I'm gonna crochet for 20 minutes and then I'm gonna read for 20 minutes. I'm gonna do this for the next 40 minutes. There we go. Okay, start. Good morning, we're having breakfast. It's 7:35 a.m. I'm gonna show you my breakfast because I'm kind of proud of it. Look! So we have our coffee, I have my all natural bacon, I have some cassava flour pancakes and with banana on top. And the syrup is actually date syrup. This is kind of like my routine in the mornings. I just have my breakfast here. This is kind of like my office, but it's also where I am literally most of the day. So before I eat, I am gonna tell you guys what we're gonna do today and how we're gonna read the book, because I need to work right now. Well, after breakfast, I need to like film some videos. I need to do a bunch of stuff, and then when I finish all of that, we can start reading. So it is so rainy outside today. I literally woke up at like 4 a.m. and I couldn't sleep anymore because there was a storm outside of my window. It is 7:30 right now, 7:29. Yesterday, I literally spent my entire morning filming videos for you guys, and the rest of the day, I literally just made my bags. Like, I was crocheting all day. I actually finished 2 bags, which is very good because, well, as I think I told you guys, I am coming out with a new collection. I am doing a rebrand. I'm doing the whole thing, and I'm basically trying to like batch make the bags, so I have like a bunch of stock when I launch. Not a bunch, but like what I can, because right now I don't have school. I have free time, so I am taking all of that time. So I went to get coffee because the coffee maker in my house broke. False. I do have something to make coffee with, but honestly, I don't know what it is. The coffee, I don't know if it's the coffee itself. It's terrible. It is terrible. And now I'm gonna read my book. So you guys, the goal for today is to finish The Ministry of Time. Like, I am not going to stop reading until I finish this book. And that's why I'm so happy that it's so early in the morning and I woke up so early. Okay, wait a minute. One thing I wanted to mention about the book that I'm not really liking per se. It's getting a little bit annoying, but I get that it's literally part of the story. Like, it is kind of important to it. The many references of the 21st century. For example, I literally just read like DILF. And the thing is that it's a constant like question answer. Like, Gore has a question about something in this era, and then she has to answer, and they go back and forth. I need to understand the reason why they are actually here and why the government brought these people. You know what I mean? My camera is currently being charged. This is getting pretty hard to continue reading, I'm not gonna lie. Just so boring. Why am I reading the same thing over and over again? Like, what is the point? I still don't see the point. Page 132. You guys know that I rarely talk bad about books, or just, I don't know, like, I'm not that picky when it comes to stories. I don't feel like I'm picky. The only different thing that I can tell you right now, and it's that it kind of gives me a slight bit of hope, is, let me see. Okay, so the main character, right? So the bridge has a, what's it called? Has her own handler. That handler is called Quentin. So Quentin, which seems nice, is, I think, missing right now because she literally doesn't know if he's missing or not. That is that. Then a few weird things have been happening with like the checkups, with the expats checkups, physical checkups. Like, there was one expat from, it's a woman that is literally not showing up in the scans, like MRI scans, ultrasounds, like anything. It literally comes up blank, like she doesn't exist. So there have been a few side effects from, obviously, this time travel thing. I'm gonna reach the page 200. If by the page 200, this does not make sense or pick up in any way, shape, or form, I'm DNFing this. Because right now it's just not working. So, as I said, I was gonna get to page 200, and if it just didn't pick up, I was gonna DNF it. So, here we are. I got to chapter 7, and honestly, it's just not for me. I was struggling so much reading the book that I went to like a review on TikTok, and I was like, wait a minute, let me see if people like I don't know if it gets better, if people like it. I was trying to find a way to read the book. Okay, so I got to a review of the girl who was literally the first line of her video, and like it was like, what the heck did I just read? And I'm like, literally, what are we reading? So I got to chapter 7, right? And I'm like, this cannot be it. So I actually went online and I looked for summaries of each chapter. And I read, like, I was like, I'm gonna DNF this. Like, I don't care if I get spoiled. Like, I spoil the story. Like, I just don't care anymore. So I went and just, I looked and I did spoil the entire story. I'm not gonna lie, like, some parts do sound interesting, and I did, and I was able to follow along the spoilers. I was not lost. Like, I was reading spoilers and I was like, oh, like that is what happens. So final thoughts, should you read it or skip it? In my personal opinion, you should skip this book. So I hope you guys like this new series that I'm doing. I hope that the next book that we read is a good one and it's worth the read for you guys to put on your TBR. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, you guys. Make sure to subscribe down below and turn on the notification bell so you can notify when I upload more videos. And also make sure to comment which book you want me to read next. So yeah, if you're not gonna stay for the spoiler part, then I will see you in my next one. Bye! Okay, welcome to the spoiler section. What we're gonna talk about is what I read, like what I looked for online about the chapters, because like all the spoilers, everything. So at the beginning of the story I was like, okay, this seems interesting, like people from literal different timelines. But I was looking at the summaries for each chapter, right? I would say chapter 1 to chapter 5, no, to chapter 5 is pretty boring. There's no, like, it's very much an introduction. So chapter 6 and 7 though gets a little bit more interesting. Chapter 6 is when Quentin, the handler, gets, and obviously I did kind of see that coming, because for the majority of, I don't remember what chapter did it start, but Quentin was like MIA. We didn't even know where he was. Like, then chapter 7 is the like part of the story where Gore and the bridge get like intimate or whatever. I did not get to read that part. Like I did not get to that part, but I also saw that coming because obviously we have both characters living together. But chapter 9 to 12 is when it gets semi-interesting and like the plot twist and everything. So basically, these are the spoilers. Arthur is killed. There were tracking microchips involved, and the bridge helps expats remove those microchips. Now this next one is the actual plot twist. So Adela actually reveals herself to be the narrator's future self. So wait a minute. Adela is the bridge, the main female character, but from the future. And she came back to preserve the ministry, essentially. Which I'm like, oh, okay, like, is that the reason why we don't get the bridge, well, the main female character's name? Because obviously if we had the name, which was technically, I believe, Adela, we would probably have figured out that. Cymelia is exposed as a mole, which I did not see coming, because she was very nice and everything, but like I didn't think she was gonna be like that. Then it gets very complicated. A showdown at the time portal destroys it, and then Adela dies, the future Adela. The narrator, which is Adela in the present, is fired and blamed. Gore and Maggie flee to Alaska. Cardinum is captured, and the story is framed as a letter to herself, which the whole point is that it's a warning if the time door ever reopens. Like, I know I didn't finish the book. I'm probably more confused because of that, rather than it's all confusing, but I'm very confused. Like, when I read that, I was like, I get it. I get what I'm reading, but at the same time, it's like, how is everything going on at once? And that's it. That's a spoiler part. And it was honestly very funny to spoil the entire ending because I was just not gonna read it, but it's still funny and interesting to actually spoil it for myself and either way see what happened in the story, because I did read quite a few pages. So that is all, you guys. If you stayed until the end, until the spoiler part, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. I love you. Bye.